All right, so the point of these workouts is just to get as many reps as possible until I'm about to fail. So I have to think like, okay, can I get 2 more reps out of this, 3 more reps out of this? And I do some estimating. But the goal is just to do as much output in one single burst as possible. All right, so now that my pull-ups are done, it's time for me to drink a protein shake so I can refuel my muscles, wait about 30 minutes, then I'm gonna take a carb supplement where it's lightweight, but it just gives me that energy that I need. I'm gonna head over to the track and do some running. So bring you guys with me. See you there. I just finished my workout and now I'm getting ready to go for a run. And I normally don't eat before a run, but I just started. Last time I ran, I used this and it worked very well. It has a little bit of caffeine in it and it's just carbs to keep my energy up. And I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna try it out for this run. Just go out and I'm trying to do about a 5-mile run. If I have time, I have to go get a haircut. So I'm gonna put this in, drink this up, and be good to go. So I will see you in the car. Gotta love the rain in New York with this soft cover Jeep. I'm heading to the track, and I've been enjoying running on the track. There's just the, I like the floor, it's a little softer, and just, it's right down the street, and there's something about just running laps. I don't know. I tend to change my workout routine, so I'll start, you know, I'll get really into running long distance flats, and then I'll want to run a lot of hills, and then I'll want to run trail. And right now I think I'm just in the track zone. So yeah, today I'm going to be bringing you guys with me on my warm-up run and maybe my cool down with my GoPro. So it's a GoPro kind of day. All right, so I'm just doing some warm-up right now, which is gonna be about a mile because I am short on time. That's one thing about my life recently is it's a constant time crunch. You know, I wake up, my alarm goes off at like 5 in the morning, and then after that it's clients, right? So I have to be at the gym at a certain time, which is all good. Don't get me wrong, I love it. It just makes training a little more challenging. Because also, when you're running a gym, think about what are my most busy times. It's the mornings when people come in before work, and it's the evenings after work. As you can tell, it's hard for me to kind of talk because that was my first lap
that I just did. So there's the initial heart rate increase that always your body has to like catch up because it was at a resting state, and then it has to get up to this normal pace. So probably another couple minutes and I'll be better. Right now I'm doing about a 750 pace, nice and easy, nothing too strenuous. So I just finished my 2-mile warm-up and I did it at an 8:17 per mile pace, and that burned almost 250 calories. So that just goes to show you, if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to increase the amount of calories you burn per day, going out and doing a nice light jog or even a walk daily, or at least weekly, like 3-4 times a week, can really help increase your calorie output, which then decreases body fat. Okay, so never underestimate the power of a quick walk or a quick run replicated daily or every other day or once every 3 days, whatever you think is good for you and you can maintain. So with that being said, now I'm gonna do a 1-mile run, and this is the goal is to go faster. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the camera down and I'm gonna run. So I'll do 4 laps. Now my goal is to get under 7 minutes per mile. It's gonna be hard because, one, I'm wearing my wrong shoes. I'm wearing my Hokas, so these are more for long distance and a slower pace. My faster shoes I left in the car, but it is what it is. It doesn't really matter. So what I'm gonna do is put the camera down and run as many laps as I can, or run 4 laps as quickly as I can. That's gonna be 1 mile. Now, mind you, I just weighed in today at 198 pounds. 198, so I'm definitely a lot bigger than I used to be when it comes to running. So let's see how we do. All right, ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. So as you watch this video of me performing this mile run, I'm going to talk to you about how I was introduced to running and why I got into running and where I am now in my running phase. So I started running in college. It was my, I think, 4th year in college. So I went to community college first, and then I did the Disney internship. And then when I went to Oswego, I did 2 years in the dorms, and I did not run at all. I just went to the weight room. And then I moved off campus. So it was my 4th year of college, and I was off campus. So I didn't have the gym right downstairs in my dorm like I used to when I was living in the dorms. So I still wanted to work out, and I only had about an hour. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go out and I'm gonna run. And it was hard. It was really hard. I went out and I remember running down the block, and I went around the block once and I was out of breath. I felt heavy, I felt slow. And I'm like, I'm just gonna do that one more time. And I did. I ran around the block one more time. And when I came inside, it really showed me like, wow, I have work to do. Like that was very challenging for me. But I felt amazing. I remember sitting down and making a protein shake, sitting down and feeling like very euphoric. And I haven't felt like that in a long time. I couldn't feel like that. It was just different than the weight room. Like the weight room has its own euphoric feelings, but this run was very, very euphoric. And ever since then, I've always had running. And so what I did after that was I downloaded the app Strava, and I went out and I ran again, and I did 3 laps around my block. And then after that, I went out and I did like 2 blocks down or 3 blocks down. And I remember there's this one lap that I did. So I went to school in Oswego, and it was down by the pier. So I ran down to the pier, to the end of the pier, and I sat down. And it was about a mile away from my house, and it was on Easter Sunday. right? Because I was still in school. So it was on Easter Sunday, and I was sitting there looking over Lake Ontario. And I felt at peace. I felt at ease. There was no thoughts in my brain. It was just me with my elevated heart rate and the endorphins rushing through my body from the mile run, and just the calm breeze coming off of the lake and the water, and it was just a beautiful scenery. And I remember just feeling so at peace, so at ease, and just that feeling stuck with me. That feeling stuck with me. And then I ended up running back, and it felt easier, it felt better. And so through that experience, I've always brought back running into my workout, because I remember what it can do for me, how it makes me feel inside. There's something about pushing yourself when you're running to the point where you're exhausted, you're tired, that you feel amazing after. And so I kept with it. And then I would notice that on my Strava, my average pace was going down fairly quickly. So the results you get when you run, and if you maintain a running program, it happens very quick. You'll notice that your average pace will go down. You'll notice that it takes you longer to get tired. And it doesn't seem like it at first, because it's hard. It's always hard. But when you look at your times and your average pace, and you'll notice that these paces will begin to go lower. Like you'll get faster and faster. So that was very encouraging for me, and I just stayed with it. So then after that, I fast forward to now, and I've done, I think, like 7 5Ks. My fastest 5K was just under 18 minutes. That was when I was running every day, and I got really, really into it. And I stopped lifting, I stopped doing yoga, and I just focused on running. And now I'm doing a blend where I'm working out. I'm trying to keep more muscle mass on me, but I'm also am running a lot. And my goal is to be able to do ultra marathons and to be able to keep my size as I run, to be kind of a hybrid athlete where I can do well in the gym, and I can also do well on the track or on trails, whether I'm running a 5K or a marathon. I just want to be in the best shape I can possibly be in, which is the most well-rounded athlete that I can possibly be. And so through this journey, I'm doing trail runs. I'm running up and down hills. I'm doing sprint work and tempo runs. I'm paying attention to my VO2 max. And I'm also paying attention to what I eat. So like nutrition is super important in this. And as you can see in this run, so I'm running by, and my goal is to get under 7 minutes. And in this run, I think I do 6:30 about. And my goal is to keep this up, to keep this program up, and to eventually get below 6-minute miles. And I think at 198 pounds is what I weigh in right now. If I can get under 6-minute miles, I'll be very happy with that. I think that'll be very impressive for me. But it's a fun journey to partake in, because you're constantly pushing yourself. I'm constantly pushing my boundaries. I'm constantly riding that edge of, can I get better? Can I, it hurts. It's very challenging, but I know I can get through it. It's training for life. And that's how I see running or working out, is it's training for life. And it just shows me that things worth having are challenging to do. Do it anyway. And that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm running and working out.
Whew. Oh, this feels amazing. Remember that rain when I said it's hard to start? I mean, it's not really raining, it's drizzling, but it feels amazing. And if it was raining, it would feel just as good. So, I did it. Looks like a 6:40 pace. And all in all, that's good. You know, I did a workout earlier, so definitely burned a lot of energy doing that workout. I didn't have the right shoes, which isn't an excuse. I'm just saying all things that could decrease my time. Like if I were to come out here completely fresh without working out for the last couple days and had the proper shoes that are lighter, put me up more on the balls of my feet compared to these that are thicker and are made to absorb impact for long distances. If I were to do those two things, then I could easily get it below a 6:15, even possibly break 6 minutes, and I will break 6 minutes. That's the thing, is it's a training program, right? So the body will adapt. As long as you go out and push yourself, the body will adapt. The body will get stronger, faster, more efficient. And the thing is, you just have to go through that suck. You have to go through that feeling of this sucks, and then you have to change your relationship with your mind about that. Like, yeah, okay, it sucks now, but who cares? Who cares? You know you're gonna get better in the long run. And if you always veer away from what sucks, you're never gonna amount to anything. You're never gonna come close to your potential. Because in order to get to your potential, you need to go through what sucks. You need to go through that. You need to go through the challenges. You need to go through the obstacles, and you need to overcome. And the people who don't overcome are the people who stay the same. They're scared of the challenges. They're scared of that uncomfortable feeling. They're scared of the fact that they might fail. They're scared of the fact that it might take longer than they initially think. All these things are just voices in your head that are convincing you to not become the best version of yourself. And then you go on throughout your life, your whole life, and you don't succeed, and you don't become who you could be, right? And you'll never know. You'll never know, because it's the unseen. It's the unseen potential that you have no idea what you have, and I have no idea what I have, but I promise you that I will figure out, I will come close to my potential. And the whole time, I might not even reach my potential, right? I might not even reach it, and I probably won't, because in order to reach your true potential, you have to be on point. But how close can you get to your potential? You know, we have this one life to live. How close can you get to becoming the best version of yourself that you possibly can? And that's what this is about. That's why I stick to fitness. That's why through Philosophically Built, I'm shooting a flare up into the sky to say, like, hey, if you want to see what you can become, if you want to see your true potential, and you want to taste a little bit of what you could become, come train. And not even come train, just train. Train, go out, push your boundaries, push your mentality, push your physical. And in the end, you're gonna say it was all worth it. That's the thing, you're gonna say it's worth it. You know it's gonna be worth it. The short, uncomfortable feelings that are in the moment are fleeting. They don't last forever. Like that run I just did. I was exhausted. One lap to go, and I was exhausted. I wanted to stop. The thought came in, you should stop. Oh, you could stop right now. But guess what? It always comes in. For the past 10 years, that thought came in. And now when it comes in, I'm just thinking, oh, there it is. There it is. That means I'm in the zone. I'm in that growth zone. I'm in that zone where I'm growing, where I could choose to stop and stay the same, or I can choose to go through the suck, to go through it, and then to go towards my true potential. So that's what I want you to do. If you're watching this video, do it. 10 years goes by, you'll be amazed at who you are. All right, I gotta go get a haircut. Peace.